Greetings, Ninja Marketers. This is Gary Wagner. You know, we all have milestones in our life that we remember that really shaped our lives. And I can remember one of the earliest that really had a big impact on my future and where I am today was when I was 18 years old, my late teens. And this was all the way back in 1972, so it was a really different time. At that point in time, we were the first class that had to register for the draft, but it was a standby, so none of us had to go. We were one of the first groups to be able to vote in a national election. So it was a huge time for us. But during that same time, I went off to college and had my first taste of freedom and, did all the things that you normally do at college. But I had another really profound event that shaped my life, and still continues to influence it today. And that was when a friend of mine introduced me to a little company called Amway. You might have heard of them. And despite all of the negative and whatever your feelings are about network marketing companies or direct sales at the time, it really had a positive impact on my life. And that was because I really jumped in and gave it my wholehearted effort. And as such, I achieved the rank of direct distributor, which is the really first recognizable success level in the company. I achieved that in less than a year's time, and in fact, at the time I became a direct distributor, I was the youngest person to ever achieve that rank. So I became somewhat of a regional celebrity, and I was invited to speak at large sales rallies and anywhere close by, which was a huge boost for my ego, and it paid my way through college. So it was a great, it was a wonderful thing. But the real byproduct and the real thing that's carried me through today, that had the lasting impact, was that during that time I had an opportunity to meet some of the most inspirational, motivational people of the time. I had a chance to meet and hear people like Rich DeVos, who was the founder of Amway, but phenomenal speaker and motivator. I had the opportunity to hear Zig Ziglar on numerous occasions, and Robert Schuller, the pastor of the Garden Grove Church in California. Just monumental motivational guys that really moved my whole being. And I also developed a habit of reading motivational leaders like Norman Vincent Peale and Napoleon Hill and W. Clement Stone and Og Mandino. I had a cassette library filled with not just instructional cassettes at the time, but even from noted motivational people like Bob Richards, Decathlon Bob Richards, Paul Harvey, and Richard Bach. And so while other guys that were 18 years old were reading Hot Rod or Magazine or something else, I was filling my mind with positive thoughts, with self-improvement materials. So now, 40 years later, my library has expanded, but it still contains a lot of those classics. I still have almost all of those classics that I read back when I was 18 years old. And I've added a lot today. I've added people like John Maxwell and Jeffrey Gitomer and Guy Kawasaki, John Jantz, and on, more and more people, because I know that the critical piece of success is having that right mindset, is about programming that your thinking so that you have that success thoughts, you have that ingrained sense of nothing can stop you. I can do anything that I want. One of my favorite quotes is Napoleon Hill's, "Whatever the mind of man can conceive and believe it can achieve." And I've tried to live by that. And so that's just a habit that I developed. And if you don't have that habit, you need to be developing that. It's not too late to start. So pick up a good book. Pick up some of the classics. Pick up some of the new classics. But start reading, start listening, start developing that habit of success, and you'll be amazed at what it does for you. Thanks again. I'm Gary Wagner, and see you on the next video.